Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday to you. I am going to be reading or continuing on in our reading. We ended yesterday on the top of 118, so we're going to continue on where it says trust in one's organism. Again, this is Carl Rogers on Becoming a Person. And my name is Karen Dubin. I am the Chief Operating Officer and one of the main facilitators for Sweet Institute. So here we go. It's going to be a brief reading today, and then the next time we meet, we'll do an internal locus of evaluation, which is going to be a couple of pages, and then we'll close out the chapter, the following reading, which will be willingness to be a process, and the conclusion. So here we are, trust in one's organism. A second characteristic of the persons who emerge from therapy is difficult to describe. It seems that the person increasingly discovers that his own organism is trustworthy, that it is a suitable instrument for discovering the most satisfying behavior in each immediate situation. If this seems strange, let me try to state it more fully. Perhaps it will help to understand my description if you think of the individual as faced with some existential choice. Shall I go home to my family during vacation? Shall I go home to my family during vacation or strike out on my own? Shall I drink this third cocktail which is being offered? Is this the person whom I would like to have as my partner in love and in life? Thinking of such situations, what seems to be true of the person who emerges from the therapeutic process. To the extent that this person is open to all of his experience, he has access to all of the available data in the situation on which to base his behavior. He has knowledge of his own feelings and impulses, which are often complex and contradictory. He is freely able to sense the social demands of the relatively rigid social laws and the desires of friends and family. He has access to his own memories of similar situations and the consequences of different behaviors in those situations. He has a relatively accurate perception of this external situation in all of its complexity. He is better able to permit his total organism, his conscious thought, participating to consider, weigh, and balance each stimulus, need, and demand, and its relative weight and intensity. Out of this complex weighing and balancing, he is able to discover the course of action which seems to come closest to satisfying all his needs in the situation, long range as well as immediate needs. In such a weighing and balancing of all of the components of a given life choice, his organism would not by any means be infallible. Mistaken choices might be made, but because he tends to be open to his experience, there is a greater and more immediate awareness of unsatisfying consequences, a quicker correction of choices which are in error. It may be helpful to realize that in most of us, these defects which interfere with this weighing and balancing are that we include things that are not part of our experience and exclude elements which are. Thus, an individual may persist in the concept that I can handle liquor when openness to his past experience would indicate that this is scarcely correct. A young woman may see only the good qualities of her prospective mate, where an openness to experience would indicate that he possesses faults as well. In general, then, it appears to be true that when a client is open to his experience, he comes to find his organism more trustworthy. He feels less fear of the emotional reactions which he has. There is a gradual growth of trust in and even affection for the complex, rich, varied assortment of feelings and tendencies which exist in him at the organic level. Consciousness, instead of being the watchman over a dangerous and unpredictable lot of impulses, of which few can be permitted to see the light of day, becomes the comfortable inhabitant of a society of impulses and feelings and thoughts, which are discovered to be very satisfactorily self-governing when not fearfully guarded. An end of today's reading. And again, next time we meet, we'll continue on with an internal locus of evaluation on the bottom-ish of 119. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.